Hello, today we're going to go ahead and see how to use ClassDojo on the parent side using an Android device. So once you create your account and you go into ClassDojo, you will get this pop-up asking you to join your child's class. You could either type in a code that a teacher may have provided, or you could go ahead and scan a QR code if that was also provided. So the first thing to do is go ahead and scan that QR code. Have your camera. Maybe it is on the screen or a paper. Go ahead and click there. And there you go. It went ahead and added your student. It is that easy to connect to your child. As soon as you connect to your child's teacher or to the child's classroom, click on Get Started, and it will prompt you to send a message to the teacher. Not ready to send that message yet? Totally okay. Go ahead and click on No Thanks. From there, you could invite other family members. But today, I'm going to say no thanks. Now, let's meet Valentino's monster. Just to let you know, you might get a pop-up saying to join ClassDojo Plus. Please know that ClassDojo can definitely be used for free. Anything school related, such as messages from teachers, messages to teachers, even whole school announcements. That is all available for free. Dojo Plus is very beneficial though. Do you need a tutor for your child? Do you need some help with your child's homework, not understanding it? We have Dojo Tutor, Homework Helper, and even Dojo Sparks.
Not quite. Let's try it again. Shh, like in shark. That's it. Shh, like in
Let's talk about stories in ClassDojo. When you open your ClassDojo app, the first thing that's going to pop up is the school-wide story. Right here where it says story, you have different sections. You have all, pinned, and your child's name. You might just have one, or of course, you may have multiple kids. Let's go ahead and focus on all. When you're in the all stories, this is going to show you that combination of school-wide stories and both of your kids' classroom stories combined. If that's a little bit too much, you could go ahead and focus on one student if you wanted to. This is really great if you do have kids in either different schools, different classes, maybe you just need to focus on one. Whenever you do click on your child though, it's still that combination of the school-wide story with that child's classroom stories. So wherever it says your school name, such as this one, Mojo Academy of Awesomeness, that's my school. This is either your teacher or it could be other staff members of the school posting school-wide. You'll typically find flyers such as this one. You could just find some updates about your school. You could also bump into events such as these and even see photos. And I'm going to keep scrolling till I find one. And you will even see the classroom stories here. So, as you can see here, Miss Gasa's posted in her classroom. And I know because right here, right below her name, it says Miss Brianna's pre-K class. So this was posted in her classroom. The reason I'm seeing her classroom is because, well, Patricia goes to her classroom. So I could keep up with what they're doing in their classroom too. Whenever you bump into photos or flyers in ClassDojo, such as this one, it may appear that it was cut off, but all you have to do is click and you can see the full image. Definitely click so you won't miss out on any of your school details. With these posts, updates, you are able to like, and you're also able to comment here. Be careful with what you comment because whatever you comment could be visible to everybody else. There you go. So let's talk about these events again. You will bump into them as you keep scrolling. Just know if you keep scrolling, you might bump into old information, such as this one. This was posted for October 21st, so this event already passed. If you want to keep updated with current events, then can you see the top right here where it says stories, memories, and events? When you click on events, you'll see the upcoming events, or as it says here, on the horizon. So you could really keep updated with what your school is going to have soon. You may bump into events that say sign up. If you do, let me go ahead and go to an older one, like this. If you click on sign up, this is going to allow you to sign up for some, well, whatever they're posting here. Maybe they're requesting for you to sign up for a conference. Maybe they're also requesting for you to donate a delicious treat for your classroom celebration. Whatever it may be. Whenever you click on sign up, take a look so that you could sign in and help the teacher out. Once you click on sign up, then you are set to go. You are signed up with that. Now that we're here, let's go ahead and go over memories. Memories is a place where you're going to find all the photos that your child's teacher posted. You could go into each one and download them individually, but if your child's teacher is very engaged in their classroom story, that might take a while. So if you wanted to go ahead and download all the images at once, then you could definitely subscribe to ClassDojo Plus and get all 14 photos or, more at once. Now that we talked about the story, let's talk about chats. This is the place to message your teachers or message other school staff. You could click on search by name and start typing that teacher's name that you are going to go and message. I am going to focus on Miss Casas. I really need to tell her something about Patricia. Just click on where it says send a message and type up your message. There you go. I easily let the teacher know that my child is going to be out next Friday because she has a doctor's appointment. Now I'm keeping the teacher informed. Of course, once the staff members start messaging you back, you will also see it here in your chats. Right here where you see the megaphone, these are classroom announcements. You're not able to respond to these when the teacher sends it, and it's just great information for them to share. And that's how you use chats. Pretty simple. Depending on your settings, I'm going to go right here where my profile picture is, click on the gear icon, and see the chat section here. Depending on your settings, the one that I chose was only limited to teachers and staff, so that is who I could message. If you choose anyone on ClassDojo, that means that you are able to message other families as well if you ever needed to. Totally up to you, but just wanted to let you know that you have those settings here. Let's take a look at our settings. Click on your profile picture and click on the gear icon or the setting icon here. And you are now in your ClassDojo settings. Wherever it says your name and your email, you are able to edit the photo here, update your name if you ever needed to, and even update your email here. Next, let's look at our translation settings. If we scroll down to where it says language, click there, and now you have access to the language settings. You could update your app language, so it could change that for you. That's going to be a system change as well. Then you have translation language settings. So once you click there, you could choose any language that you want the text that either a teacher sends you or even on a post, what language you want it to be translated to. We support over 130 plus languages, so I bet you will find that language. I'm just going to click on English here. I'm going to go ahead and choose English. So if in case a teacher ever messages me in another language, I could always translate their message in English. Next is that communication language. Please set this up so if you do speak another language, let's just say it's Chinese. If you speak Chinese and you type up your message in Chinese, Updating this communication language will help the teachers and staff members translate your message. So even if you type it in Chinese, the staff are going to be able to click on translate and translate it to whatever language that they're translating it to. Let me go ahead and change that back to English. But that's how you access those language settings.